Built-in guide for XINGQIU'S in just 3 minutes. XINGQIU'S is a hero character who uses a light sword, but since he is designed as a sub-DPS character, you won't be using those basic attacks, just his skills. His elemental skill hits the enemy twice, dealing hydro damage and leaving rain swords around the character. Those swords remain even when you switch characters, but they can be broken when hit. Having this skill active increases the active character's interruption resistance, and each sword reduces damage equivalent to 20% of XINGQIU'S hydro damage. Normally you have 3 of these swords, but with constellations you can increase the maximum to 4. His elemental burst activates his elemental skill and allows us to throw water swords at enemies, even if XINGQIU'S leaves the battlefield. His first passive allows the rain swords to heal the active character for 6% of their health, proportional to XINGQIU'S maximum health, if the break or the direction spears. His second passive simply gives XINGQIU'S a 20% hydro damage bonus. The best 5-star weapons for XINGQIU'S are the Primordial Jade Cutter, the Misplitted Reforged, and the Skyward Blade. For 4-star weapons, the best ones will be the Sacrificial Sword, the Gold Fang, the Festering Desire, and the Blackcliff Longsword. As a quick note, if you don't have him with constellations, it's best to use the Sacrificial Sword, since XINGQIU'S skills have very long cooldowns. The best artifact set will be Emblem of Severed Fate, since this gives us energy recharge and allows us to increase the damage of our ultimate, which is what we'll be using the most. Look for energy recharge in the sands, hydro bonus in the goblet, and critic in the circlet. For stats, look for energy recharge, critic, attack, and elemental mastery. One of the best things about XINGQIU'S is that he fits into any team and never disappoints. The classic option is to use him on melt teams. You can pair him with a main DPS like Hu Tao, Mabuika, or Arlecchino, and a character he has a lot of synergy with is Yelan. Using a Pyro main DPS, it's a great idea to also put Bennett as a support, and if not, you can use Shiloner or Thongli as supports. Another classic option is to use him on freeze teams with characters like Skier, Kayaka, Growthley, or Chonyun, whose cryo skills last a long time and can give you permafrost. As support or sub-DPS, you can use Kokomi, Shenhe, or Escoffier, or even an animal like Kazuha or Sucrose that groups enemy together. As a more modern option, we can use him on Hyperbloom teams. You can pair him with Shogun or Haitham as the main DPS, and Nahida Yaoyao Shinobu Official as the sub-DPS. His best constellation is his C6, and it's not difficult to get, because XINGQIU'S is bossed in almost every banner. This constellation allows us to regenerate 3 elemental energy points for every 3rd rain sword that hits an enemy, allowing XINGQIU'S to not be forced to use the Sacrificial Sword and instead use another weapon that can give him more attack.